5 Things to be Afraid of by Krishna's Mercy. Tulsi Kosalpal Soko Sarnagat Pal, Bhajyo Vibhishana Bandhu Bhay Bhanjo Darid Kal. Quote, Tulsi asks, who can be a better protector of the surrendered souls than the protector of Koshala? Vibhishan worshipped, living in fear of his brother, but for him, Rama eliminated his poverty and the influence of death. Dohavali 160. 1. The teacher.
They hold all the power. They can make or break a student. If they decide to slow walk a particular assignment, waiting to review the work until the last possible moment, the clock will essentially run out. Even if you were able to make the corrections, you would not have sufficient time to submit the revisions. In this regard, who can be more dreadful than the teacher?
2. The boss.
Life was going well. Everything was fine. All parties were happy. The team was so productive. We worked to meet deadlines. We coordinated with colleagues living on different continents. We were willing to go the extra mile to prove that the efficiency gains were sustainable. Then, out of nowhere, came the edict. Everyone has to be back in the office. It is only once a month for now, but we know how this works. It is a slow drip, like gradually turning up the temperature of the water so that you don't realize the boiling process. The boss can do these things because no one can challenge them. Can we really afford to look for another job right now, in this market? In this regard, who can be more dreadful than the boss?
3. The elder brother.
They are more powerful. It is as simple as that. We are related through blood. We share the same parents. There has never been an issue, but just see how quickly things can change. If I were to advance, to do well for myself, the elder brother will not be happy. They can assert their dominance. They can make me feel guilty for favors done in the past. In this regard, who can be more dreadful than the elder brother?
4. Poverty.
There is the saying that an empty sack cannot stand up straight. No one listens to the poor. Money talks. Money is power. Money is influence. In order to carry influence, we should try to have as much money as possible. I might elaborate to my friends on the philosophical truth of renunciation, known as vairagya, but what sane person would actually invite poverty? It is one of the most dreadful conditions there is.
5. Death. As Sri Rama explains, this is the greatest fear for the mature human being. It makes sense, since there is nowhere else to go. The child can stay constantly distracted by the quick shifts. They have to learn so many things like walking, talking, reading, and writing. In adulthood, they have to find a way to maintain themselves. They can avoid the elephant in the room, the issue that everyone knows is there but has no interest in acknowledging. Yatha phalanam pakvanam nanyatra patanad bhayam evam narasya jatasya nanyatra maranad bhayam. Quote, as a ripe fruit has no other fear than to fall, so a man who is born has no other fear than death. Lord Rama, Valmiki Ramayana, Ayodhya, Kand, Vatasema B.N. 17. Goswami Tulsidas says that taking shelter in Sri Rama, in receiving his protection through Sharanagati, can eliminate these great fears. He gives the example of Vibhishan, who is one of the Rakshasas living in Lanka during the period of Rama's Leela, the transcendental pastimes on this earth. Vibhishan surrenders to Rama. This is the culmination of a series of distressing turns. Vibhishan wishes well for his elder brother, who happens to be the king of Lanka. Vibhishan always tends towards goodness, sattva guna. He wants to do the right thing, and so he always wants Ravan to follow the same. The problem is that Ravan will not listen to sound reasoning and logic. Though Ravan is firmly in the seat of power, he is Ajitendraya. The senses control him. He thinks that he has the power to rule the world, to make others do as he wish, but actually he is dragged this way and that by senses which can never be satisfied. Avashyam vinashishyanti sarve Ravana rakshasa. Ye shantvam karkasho raja durbuddhira jitendriya. Quote, O Ravan, inevitably all of the Rakshasas will be completely destroyed, for they have a person like you, who is stupid, lustful, and unable to control his senses, for their king. Sita Devi speaking to Ravan, Valmiki Ramayana, Aranyakand, 48:22. Vibhishan eventually leaves Lanka. By breaking his link with Ravan, Vibhishan becomes poor. It is a fearful condition, because he has no support system. It is something like running away from your family. Vibhishan goes to Rama, who happens to have an interest in the behavior of Ravan. It is Ravan who is holding Sita Devi against her will. Sita is Rama's beloved wife. As the protector of the surrendered souls, Sri Rama, who is also the protector of Koshala, removes the fearful condition for Vibhishan. The poverty, Daridra, is gone. More surprisingly, there is now immunity from Kala. This is the Sanskrit word which refers to both time and death. Death is something like a specific instance of time which follows its nature to destroy. Vibhishan is known as a Chiranjeevi. He can remain in this world for as long as he wishes. He has conquered Kala through the grace of Rama. This means that there cannot be a better protector than the husband of Sita. The wise do not deliberate for too long on this issue. Rather than endlessly delay, procrastinating without a purpose, they follow the example of Vibhishan and offer themselves in full surrender, with knowledge and joy. In closing, when of Kala's influence to hear, naturally filled with fear. Others also causing dread, into constant uncertainty led. But Rama those conditions removing, like Vibhishan in surrender choosing, such that even Kala to hold back, favor that not to attack.